It's mid-July in the vegetable garden and it's really hot. Thankfully, it's a little cooler today because we had some pretty intense rainstorms, but you'll see there's quite a few beds that seem like they don't have much in them at the moment. And that's because it's just so hot. There's not a whole lot of vegetables that will do well this time of year. The tomatoes are done. You can see in the back there, they're pretty much rotted on the vine. But we do have eggplants going still. And then here we've got okra. No fruit on them yet, but there will be soon. We've got some companion plants that are still going strong, like these marigolds. I think there's a pepper in there. And then there's lots of cover crops that we're putting in. They put in iron and clay peas here. Some more peas up here. Buckwheat back there. And then zinnias, which are great for pollination, but then we also use them in our cut flower arrangements. Here's the last of our tomatoes here. And sunflowers. And these okra. But we like to approach summer as you can see the whole rest of the garden is completely flourishing. A lot of our cucurbits are really going to town everywhere. But we do have a good crop of fungi. And I'm not sure if this is an edible variety, but because I don't know, I'm not going to eat it. But it's a good sign that our soil is doing well. And look, another variety of fungi. So we like to approach summer in the vegetable garden as kind of a time of rest. You know, it's really hot out here, both for the plants and for the people working. You know, weeds have kind of gotten away from us a little bit, but that's okay. We'll come back in a little bit. There's still a few things here and there to harvest. Like I've got a little honey nut squash here that I'll probably harvest in a day or two. And there's some pumpkins and things that we'll keep an eye out for. But, you know, it's okay to take a break. We can grow most of the year here in Tallahassee. So, you know, might as well take a break at some point if we can't take a break in the winter when it's so beautiful and chilly. But over here we've got some herbs growing. Those are doing really well. We cut them back kind of intermittently so we can get nice bushier herbs. And some of these we grow for us and then also for the butterflies, like the black swallowtail. Not seeing any caterpillars on them, but I'm sure they're there. And of course we integrate a lot of flowers, echinacea, and others as well. This is our Seminole pumpkin hugel bed, but there's also, let's see, there's some scallop squash mixed in there. That was in this bed. And then there's some beans as well. The unfortunate thing when you grow like this is that it's pretty dense to get through, so it's kind of hard to find your crop here. The beans have really taken advantage of the long, tall bamboo posts that we put up. And the sunflowers have done really well. We grew these mammoth sunflowers as a trap crop for the stink bugs. This here is asparagus, doing really well. We'll probably get a good crop on it next year. I think it's been about 3, 4, 5 years on that. Mexican sunflowers. And here's some little tea plants. These are doing pretty well. These are Camellia sinensis. So you can make tea out of that. And then, of course, just like any garden, there's a time for weeds, and that's okay. But we've got lots of plantings going down through here in the forest garden. And then over here, we've got another set of beds. Looks like we've got some beans growing. Ooh, they got some peppers, some eggplants. And a little bit of corn. Didn't look like it did too well over here. Corn, we really like to plant it a little bit more dense. So these 4x4 beds can be kind of tough on it. But lots of beans. Here's our nice wooded area. Ooh, this is a great one for us and for the butterflies. This is a passion flower, and you can see that we've got quite a few fruit on there. It's not going to be really ripe until the fruit is kind of it kind of looks like it's passed, but even so, the fruit is really sour. But there's two butterflies that like this plant, the passion vine, and they are the Gulf fritillary and the zebra longwing. But it looks like they've been here but haven't made a huge headway. I'm not seeing any caterpillars, just seeing lots of bite marks. But yeah, here's our beautiful overgrown vegetable garden here in the summer. It's a little weedy, it's pretty hot, and we're not getting huge amounts of produce out right now, but that's okay. We'll get ready for the fall garden here. Probably be planting that coming up in September.